See, I use my Glitch Productions plushies for my videos, but these four are the Animates that I don't use for my videos. These guys have never made an appearance, and I just thought I wanted to talk about them. They're pretty cool, and so we'll go over from worst to best what I feel about all of them. Let's go. Now, first up is the Uzi Animates. It's not bad, but compared to some of the other ones, it just doesn't stack up. You can see by the detail, it was one of the first animates ever done. The box has nothing special, just a murder drones related pattern in the background. I wondered if the V2 Uzi Animates would add a background, but I guess not. One of my favorite parts of the Animates is how the back of the box features unique artwork. It also features a numbered list, which makes you want to get them all, and you can't get them all because some of them are limited editions, so that's kind of annoying. But still, it is pretty cool. Overall, the Uzi Animates is certainly high quality. It's got a cartoonish looking skull, the jacket's nice with the zipper, and I especially love the added details that were fluffy on the plush, such as the top of her beanie or the bottom of her coat. While this is show accurate, I wouldn't call it highly detailed. There is some spots like Uzi's hair, her beanie, and also in her hands, which end up looking like more like humanoid hands than robot fingers, where you can see
Next
the
up,
age
it's
of the
another
product.
Murder Drones Animates.
Overall,
The
still
V
really good,
Animates.
just not as good as the others.
This was actually the first Animates I got, and I thought it was really good at the time. However, my opinion on that has changed from when I originally got it.
While there isn't any front background art featuring the same pattern from before, the back background art is awesome. Instead of showing V as chill, it shows V as a murderous psychopath. So now you get both versions of V. Hooray!
The V Animates itself looks pretty nice. Of course, featuring the 5 headlamp eyes on top. It's got a nice pose. They have different, less humanoid fingers, which I think is a nice touch. The jacket also looks like it should, and the armband also is highly detailed for being what's usually a small footnote in the actual show. So, this V Animates is awesome. But you know what's awesomer? Why, it's the next one, which is Mel from the Gaslight District.
Mel actually has background art for the box, being the first one on the list to have that. It's my favorite out of the two, and it has a bunch of crazed ramblings on it. Because, of course. I like how dilapidated the box looks, like it's about to deteriorate out of your fingers. This is the best back of the box art we've seen so far. Has the shadow in the background, the prison yard height thing, and it even says the nuisance instead of Mel. Not talked about as much, but for the ones with the background, they also have a different art on the back of it, being a more distorted version of the front. This one's all green and disgusting looking for the Gaslight District. With Mel here, you can clearly see how much detailed they have gotten over the years, from the hair to the leather in the boots to her bloody knife that she's holding behind you. Don't worry, she hasn't stabbed me yet, so you'll be alright. There's no complaints here, and while the figure is stunning, it's just not as good as the one in our number one spot, God Kane. While Kane over here doesn't fit inside of his box with the lightning bolts I've attached, you can see the inside of Kane's office, which is a nice touch, as stated before. You can also see the red-eyed version of Kane down here, which I think is a lot cooler than just some abstraction variant, since that wouldn't happen in the show. The art on the back here isn't my favorite. It's a little too over the top with all the effects. But I really like the text on here, especially the one that says the lesser of the two. It really sells that this Kane is breaking apart at the seams. And wouldn't you look at that? It's Kane in all of his monstrous glory. From the 6 arms, the 5 eyes, 2 of which being red and blue with a scratchy texturing, the many glitch effects, one was on his cane, and of course, the lightning bolts, which, while being hard to attach, are really cool additions. If you want to pick him up and move him like I did, I recommend you hold him by his mouth. It's pretty much attached onto him, so it won't fall off. If you need to grab the base, I recommend doing it gingerly, as you don't want to mess with the lightning bolts. They're not fully secured in, so they could fall out pretty easily. Do I need to explain why this is the best? Just look at it. So, anyway, I thought I'd just show off these 4 animates here because I'm not going to be featuring them in the videos. If I had to get another one, it would probably be another Murder Drones one. Like and subscribe, and outro.